So having a productive day starts by having a productive yesterday. What? Welcome to the channel Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become better leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. So what the heck did I just say? Having a productive day today means you've had a productive day yesterday? Well, yeah, it sure does. Because what we need to do is we need to maximize the output at the end of every day. A lot of time, a lot of hours get wasted at the end of the day, but this is where you can become most productive. I know you're asking me how. Well, that's very easy. We're going to start with making a checklist and checking it twice, Santa. You need to have a to-do list, a checklist of things that you must do in the day. So now you've made it to the end of the day. Look at your list. Did you get done what you thought you would get done? Yes? Fantastic. No? Well, we need to put that on the list tomorrow. And when I say check the list, in my opinion, you need to physically write it down on a journal, on a sticky. When I need to make sure that I have a productive day, anything written down, 99% of the time gets done because I put it in writing. I didn't just use it in my mind, my imagination, not even on my phone. When I have a written list and I can physically scratch that off, that is a freeing feeling and a feeling of success. So make sure you have a to-do list and you check things off as you go. Next, at the end of the day, look over tomorrow's schedule. How is it laid out? Does it need to be adjusted? Is it possible that you have to go to one end of town or one end of the factory or one end of this job site and then you have to quickly come back to the other side? Is it possible that you can do a couple things over here and a couple things over there just to free up more time? A lot of time we waste time by not looking at our schedule. We're bouncing around all over the place and we are losing time in transit. The next thing you want to do at the end of your day is you want to check in with your team. Now, sometimes you may want to have a team meeting, but more often than not, I think you're better off just picking somebody to go over and just see how their day went. See how they're progressing or they're not progressing. See if they had any issues. See what went well. One, you have a better idea of what their workload looks like for the next day, for the next week, and you're also building rapport. And rapport is helping you build trust and respect. And this is the stuff that magic is made of. Next, before you leave work, can you clean your desk, clean your office, clean your space, whatever it might be? Now, I'm not your mother, clearly, but I highly suggest that when you leave your workspace, leave it organized. File the papers that you have to file. Delete the emails you need to delete. Just make life organized for when you come in, because when you come in to an organized office, immediately you're more productive. The next thing you may want to save to the end of the day is like the brain dead stuff that you need to do. Stuff that comes natural. At the airport, we had to do nightly reports on all the baggage that came through the airport. This was stuff that reports were generated. We had to take a few numbers, plug them in here, plug them in there. It wasn't something that took a lot of thinking. I mean, once you knew what you're doing. But it was something that you could do in ease and wind down as you were producing these reports. If we were to do them in the thick of it, when the airport is the busiest, one, we're dropping the ball somewhere else, but two, even though they're brain dead type reports, when you get interrupted, when you're getting called out, these are the things that will make easy reports very difficult to complete. Here's the next thing that you should do before the end of the day. Consider becoming a channel member to help keep these lights on. And if you're not into memberships, I get it. There's a link to get your boy coffee, because that's how we keep these lights on. Here's the next thing, and it's amazing how many leaders, managers, supervisors don't get this one. Before you leave, can you say goodbye? It won't hurt. Make the rounds. Anybody you talk to or anybody you see on your way out. Bye, Frank. Have a good night, Sally. I mean, it's not easy. Did you see the amount of effort that I had to put out there? But the return on the simple acknowledgement of I see you and I'm saying goodbye. Or in the morning, I see you and I say hi. What that does is it makes those people that you've acknowledged feel important. It didn't cost you anything. It wasn't a major extra of energy. It was just common decency. And that is how you build that trust and respect with your team. The simple things, the fundamentals. I'm not saying that you're having to move mountains. It's a simple good night. On that note, do your best to leave on a positive. If you see somebody that accomplished something that was, due that day or due the next day, but it was done early, thank you for getting that done. I really appreciate it. Thanks for working hard on that. Thanks for this. Thanks for that. Just find things to be thankful for, be grateful for, show it to your staff, to your team. A positive note. It's, again, these little things. You're sending somebody home and they're feeling acknowledged. And we're doing this in a genuine way. You're not doing it because I watched this video and this guy Mike said I need to say something good. So your hair looks nice today. That's not how this is going to work. You want to be genuine. Think of something positive that you can say. And don't walk around to every employee. You had nice hair today. I really like that tie. Thanks for coming in early. Come on. Read between the lines here. We're looking naturally for positive ways to be going on our way. Here's this one. You need to disconnect. You may feel that if you shut off your phone, if you don't answer your email after your day is done, that the world is going to collapse. I have yet to see that happen. Now, I've only been around here for a couple decades, but I've yet to see the world collapse because some Yahoo didn't answer the phone or didn't answer an email. And here's the other thing what you're doing. You're also setting a tone for your team because your team is like, well, Mike's answering emails at 7 p.m. That means I need to be doing that. No, it's not. Set the tone so that your team can go home. They can focus on their family. They can focus on their extracurriculars. They can recharge. And then they come into work fresh. That's what you need. Because when people are at work, you need them ready to work. You don't want them thinking about they missed this or they forgot that. Let them disconnect. And the easiest way to do it is for you to disconnect. Do you see the connection? Let's get our cafes and let's go to the next one. Ciao.